Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Microonda podcast, the show that proudly brings you dope music, news, and more. Here are your hosts, Cero Mundo, Johnny Quest, and M.A. the Engineer. Solo en el Microonda.
Live from Washington, D.C. at the Green Room Smoke Shop. It's time to check the Microonda podcast, number one podcast in the D.C. area. I'm your host, Cero Mundo, Johnny Quest, M.A. the producer. What's happening?
What's good? What's going on, guys? What's going on?
Yeah. How y'all doing? How's this week been?
Doing pretty good, man. How are you?
Good. Watching the news as usual.
I know.
Entertainment.
Yeah, right? Like, you don't know whether the real news is comedy or the comedy is
It's
news.
fake news.
Yeah, it is.
Alternative facts.
It's like you wake up and you're just like, yo, what the fuck did Trump do now? Yeah. You're like,
it's crazy.
getting tired of it.
Yo, we've had some dope episodes, the past episodes. What do y'all think?
Yeah, man, it's pretty dope. We had a lot of interesting people coming in. A lot of good music, a lot of artists I haven't even heard of yet.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
We're gonna have a great show today. Going back to hip hop, I know the past couple episodes was doing a little bit of reggaeton and stuff.
Yeah.
So today we're going to hip hop. Before we get to our guests, you guys seen any movies? Anything interesting?
Come on. You haven't seen anything? Come on, man.
Not this week.
Yo, I saw a couple of dope foreign flicks. The best one that I saw was this one called Buen Dia Ramon. You seen it?
No, I haven't seen that. What's it about?
It's on Netflix. It's about this Mexican dude that he migrates. He tries to migrate to the U.S., but then he gets caught. So then instead, he migrates to Germany.
Oh, shit.
So the movie is dope, yo, because the movie's in Spanish and it's in German. So he arrives in Germany and he's over there. He don't know nobody and nothing and stuff. You know what I mean? So he's like living homeless. Then next thing you know, this old lady takes him in and stuff. You know, so it's great.
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Yeah. Speaking of Deutsch.
Das ist ein guter Schreibeins.
Guten Tag.
I don't speak that stuff.
I think the other movie I saw was Split. Saw Split Joint.
I heard that.
Yeah, that joint. Yeah, hell yeah, that joint was dope.
Yeah.
Thing is that I don't know if I'm gonna ruin anything by saying it, but I know that joint was like supposed to be like a sequel or something to that one movie Unbreakable with Bruce Willis and.
So it's a sequel.
Yeah, it was not like a sequel, but it's like in the same universe.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's like because we were watching it and then towards like the end you see Bruce Willis and you're like, what the fuck? This nigga just had like a 2-second shit here.
Don't ruin it, man.
Yeah,
Speaking about that movie, you remember Samuel Jackson was in it?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, could they got this motherfucker a better haircut?
I know,
right?
This motherfucker look like Frederick Douglass.
They had a Gumby haircut.
He look like Frederick Douglass.
Famous, yeah.
Did you guys catch Saturday Night Live, the clip with Melissa McCarthy doing Sean Spicer?
Nah.
Yeah.
So that was on Saturday.
Right.
She killed it. I don't know if you didn't watch it. She killed it.
Yeah.
But I read something, I think it was from the Washingtonian 2 days ago.
Yeah.
They're already interviewing somebody else for his position.
Oh shit, bro.
Damn. Well, I know that they're going to have, ¿cómo es que se llama esa vieja?
Rosie O'Donnell is
Rosie
trying
O'Donnell.
to do
She's going to do Steve Bannon.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo.
And
Steve Bannon is the president.
I saw something else. Some Latino paper did a story on Trump, and instead of using Trump's face, they used Alec Baldwin.
Oh yeah, the newspaper. Yeah,
they used Alec fucking Baldwin.
Yeah, I heard about that. That was crazy, yo. But yeah, crazy stuff, yo. If y'all listening, yo, just stay up, stay positive. Troll Trump as much as you can. Real
Please.
talk, yo. Troll him.
Please.
That's advice that they gave us from Scotland and stuff.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, so real talk. Troll the hell out of him and stuff, you know what I mean? But anyways, we're going to get into our guest. Our guest today, we brought to you Stunna Lorenzana. Stunna, what's happening, brother?
What's going on, bro? What's going on?
Good.
We can honestly say Stunna's a local superstar on this area.
I mean, hey, I'm the humblest guy you can ever meet, man. Real talk. Real talk, man. I just try to do my thing and just keep it humble 100%.
Dope. So we want to get to if you talk about your beginnings.
Okay.
How take us back to when you first started listening to music, to hip hop,
influences, stuff like that.
For sure. So pretty much I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland. You know, that's where I was raised in Montgomery County for most of my life. When I first got into rap music, it was probably like around, I guess, like middle school. That's when, like, you know what I mean, I started doing the whole battle rap and ciphers and all that.
What was your first records you were listening to?
Then right there, I was probably really heavy into Eminem, the whole Slim Shady shit. Probably a lot of, I mean, like, I was always a Rockefeller fan, Jay-Z, you know what I mean, the whole State Prop, the whole State Property, the whole Dipset, everything. Like, I was heavy into that shit.
So these were like the first artists you first
yeah,
started
like,
hearing
that
and
really
stuff.
inspired me.
Okay.
It really got me into, like, yo, man, I'm trying to do this rap shit for real.
Okay.
But and then, I mean, I was a Big Pun fan and the whole Terror Squad and everything, but I think like when Big Pun died, I still like wasn't really like aware of how big his impact was until after he died.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So I didn't really become like a huge Big Pun fan until after. You know what I mean? So, but once I realized what Big Pun did and the whole Terror Squad and what they did like for Latinos and everything,
right.
That's another like inspiration. I was like, man, like I never thought of myself as like a Latino doing rap, and there was not a lot of Latinos doing it. I just thought of myself as just the a guy doing rap. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not until like I guess people, I don't know if people started pointing it out or I put it out to myself, but then I was like, okay, maybe I'm kind of unique because I'm one of the few. You know what I mean? That was doing it at the time.
All right.
And that's one of the things, like when people talk about Big Pun and they're like, oh, he's one of the best Latino. He's like one of the best rappers. Take the Latino out of it. You know what I mean? He's one of the best to ever do it. He just happened to be Latino.
Yeah.
For sure.
One thing I mentioned is that I don't ever remember him being a Latino rapper, ever even getting the recognition like through the Spanish media and stuff.
Yeah,
what I mean?
for sure.
So it's like I don't ever remember him being on Don Francisco.
He didn't.
Or anything.
No.
He was like the first Latino rapper.
Come on, man. You know Univision has the paper bag test.
Yeah.
You don't put anybody dark on Univision.
That's true. That's true.
If you can't dance to the music, you're not on Univision.
But regardless, though, they, you know what I mean? It's sad though, you know what I mean? But whatever though.
Yeah.
You know
So
what I mean? He represented hip hop.
For sure. Yeah, so like, you know, my school years, middle school and high school, that's when I really got into rap music and stuff like that. I always did sports. I was always a soccer player growing up.
Dope.
So like that was like my first, I guess, you know, dream.
Okay.
Being a professional soccer player, that's what I wanted to do.
Right.
Up until high school, and then I started getting into the whole music and everything. And I was like, man,
what school did you go to?
I went to Montgomery Blair High School.
Oh, Blair,
in Silver Spring. Yeah, shout out Blair Blazers and all that.
Right.
So yeah, so you know, once I got to like the last couple of years in high school, my passion, it just changed from soccer to music. You know what I mean? So I started working. I was old enough to get a job and stuff like that. But then like the whole music thing took over.
Right. So when you first started rapping, did you first start writing or just freestyling?
When I first started rapping, I definitely started writing in the notebooks.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I saw like Eminem and stuff, or like when he was writing in the composition books and stuff like that. So that was like the inspiration of me trying to write raps and stuff like that.
Right.
So definitely when I first started rapping, I was writing in the composition books and just writing raps and you know, trying to write stories and stuff like that and rhymes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Right.
And then again, like, you know, the whole, like, when people would go to high school and stuff, like, we would battle in the lunchrooms, battle after school. It's like whoever had whoever had the best raps and would win the battles and stuff like that. So, like, once I started going to school and people was battling, I was like, yo, I got to be prepared because people started testing me.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
So then, you know, again, that was
did
like...
you get tested a lot?
Once people started realizing that, you know, I was good,
Right.
you know, because they didn't expect the little Spanish boy to have bars and stuff, you know what I mean, to be able to rap.
Right.
So, so, you know, once people started realizing that I could rap, I could spit, they were like, okay, we're going to battle Stunna. And then, so that was like during the high school era and stuff like that. And then once, like, as soon as I graduated high school, it was crazy because things kind of shifted for me.
Right.
Because, like, the whole reggaeton era came into play.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
This
It was like 2000.
This was 2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is when, like, Daddy Yankee took over, and then Nori switched from rap to reggaeton. Yeah.
That's the time.
05,
Yeah, it
07,
was 05 because
07,
I remember
yeah.
when Daddy Yankee came out with the Barrio Fino
Yeah.
CD. That shit made it like on MTV level and shit like that.
Like 2006, I want to say.
That's 2005. I'm
2005?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember buying that album.
Did you follow the reggaeton movement at all or not?
Well, all right. In the beginning, I didn't. I really didn't like it. But a lot of my best friends, they really did follow it.
Okay.
So
But in high school?
In high school.
Okay,
So when Tego started popping, and Daddy Yankee started popping, I really didn't like it. You know what I mean? Because I was just so into rap and hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I was listening to Dipset, G Unit, 50 Cent, Lloyd Banks, all that. You know what I mean? But then I started hearing a lot of Tego, a lot of Tito Bambino. A lot of, Hector the Father and everything, and I was like, okay, maybe I should start giving it a chance, especially when we started going to the house parties.
Right.
This is all we were hearing.
That's all the girls like.
Yeah. So, all right, so then, as soon as basically my whole school career ended and I started, transitioning from school to after, my years after school, going into college, a little bit of college, or just into real, adulthood, you know what I mean? The whole reggaeton era started popping.
Right.
So, I basically formed a group with my high school friends or whatever, and we had a group called Desafío.
Yeah, I remember Desafío. Yeah. Shout out Byron.
Yeah. My man Byron, my man Felipe, my man Miguel, my man Lenny. So it started off like a bunch of cats from around the way from school.
So how many?
I mean, it was originally five or four.
Oh,
yeah. And then it
It
winded.
was three,
Yeah,
so,
then it winded down to 3, then 2. So you know what I mean. So basically, I kind of looked at the whole reggaeton thing people like that I could rap and stuff in English,
right.
but maybe I don't know if it was because I was Latino or whatever. I just wasn't able to transition into that mainstream as being a rapper,
Right.
like how I wanted to. So I was like, man, let me try the reggaeton route, how I guess Noriega was doing it, how maybe Pitbull eventually did it and stuff like that.
Right.
So I did that for a few years. It was cool.
I don't remember. Did Pitbull put out reggaeton track?
No, people started out doing they did Culo. Yeah,
Pitbull,
Culo.
Yeah.
It was not reggaeton.
Yeah,
It was reggae. It was dancehall. It was a dancehall beat, but that's how it started.
To this day, I don't remember Pitbull on a reggaeton.
He got on the remix.
He helped.
Well, he did one with.
I know he did a joint with Daddy Yankee, but it wasn't a reggaeton joint. It was a.
He did one
with Donald Martin.
He did this joint with Alexis Infido. He did a joint with Alexis Infido. He did one joint with Donald Martin. He's done a lot of reggaeton joints, but
he hasn't fully been known for it. He's been known for he opened doors for the club.
Well, not really. It's just I think what happened was Pitbull started out as a hip hop artist, but then during a point in his career, he kind of wanted to get more into the mainstream. So when he started doing reggaeton, it was more his transition into the dance, to the dance scene.
Yeah.
So that's what got him started doing the EDM shit or the pop shit that now he does now.
Right.
So it's
dance music.
Yeah, exactly, pretty much. Because now he does. Because even now and then he does he goes back and does things with We Sing and Yandel. He does things with other artists that
he does
little dance joints.
But I haven't heard on the what.
No, nothing on. No, nothing like that. But just he would feature here and there. But yeah.
But he was definitely one of the people to take the whole Spanglish thing mainstream. You know what I mean? Because he came out as a rapper like myself. Because I remember I seen videos where he had the dread, but he had the
long dread.
He had the cornrows, the plaits, whatever.
Yeah.
He was with Uncle Luke. He was spitting.
He
was
he out battled Dragon.
He was he was that Chico spitting that shit. But again, I feel like maybe
first mixtapes were dope.
It's just maybe I don't know what it is, if it's because we're Latino or whatever, but it's just we're not able to transition into the whole rap market the way we fully want to. You know what I'm saying? So I think Pitbull, I basically took the same approach as him because he started doing stuff in Spanglish, and when he did Culo and everything with Lil Jon, he started being able to touch the mainstream because he was incorporating Spanish and English. So I was basically trying to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to incorporate the Spanish and English because whenever I did the tracks with Desafío or whatever, I could never do a whole Spanish verse or a whole Spanish song. It's just because
you'd still bring your
organically,
hip-hop flavor to it.
Organically, I've always been a hip hop kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? I could speak Spanish fluently at home. This is I when I was a baby, I learned Spanish and English at the same time, and but it's just it has never been like the choice of language when it comes to me expressing my music. For whatever reason, I've always been able to do it more, express myself better in English.
Okay.
As far as music.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's a struggle that, like, people who've been born here, Hispanics who were born here, that we have. We express more in English.
It's the second generation, like it's the second generation thing. You know what I mean?
I know exactly if it was. I was listening back to our previous episodes, and we did that interview and doing it, la entrevista en español. I was like, fuck, I sound terrible.
Nah, but it's like the Salmo John. I was like, yo, you guys handle it.
The Salmo John.
I was like, I can't talk to this guy right
now. It's like, and like even me, like now that I'm older, like you know what I mean, like, and I've gone to New York a lot, back and forth now, so it's like straight Dominican, straight Puerto Rican, so. My Spanish has gotten better to keep up with them because Central American Spanish is a lot slower than Caribbean Spanish. So, but yeah, so you know what I mean. So after school or whatever, I transitioned into doing the group thing, Desafío, and doing a more Spanglish approach or whatever. That lasted a couple years, and then about 2010 was when I like finally said, yo, I'm done with the whole. Like trying to like not completely be myself musically.
Yeah.
And then 2010 is when I released like my first project as a solo hip hop artist, Stunna Lorenzana. Okay. It was called Still Haven't Made It.
So before your project as Stunna Lorenzana, what were your projects before as? Was it just as Desafío?
Yeah, like the projects before Stunna Lorenzana, in 2010, the Still Haven't Made It mixtape, it was a few Desafío projects. I forgot, like there was like 2 or 3. Honestly, I don't remember the names. Oh, okay. But yeah, it was just a bunch of like reggaeton, Spanglish projects. Okay.
Yeah. Where does the name Stunna Lorenzana come from?
Well, Lorenzana is my real last name. You know what I mean? That's what I was born with, so that's my real last name. And then Stunna comes from when I was younger, and I don't know if y'all remember, like before Twitter and everything, we had the chat rooms, the AOL chat rooms.
Yeah, the AIM and joints.
Yeah, the AIM joints.
You took it back.
Yeah, that was when I was a real little kid, you know what I mean? And then, you know what I mean? So we had to have the little.
How young were you?
I was young.
Sometimes I wonder how we didn't get molested.
This is the millennial, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, yeah, and you're right, because I met some fucking weird ass people like on them chat rooms and shit.
I'm a 15-year-old girl and you talking to a 40-year-old man.
That shit was crazy.
Cyber sex.
But yeah, so like, when the whole little thing or whatever, everybody needed what was it called? A screen name.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the screen name. So I was like, damn, what the fuck should I use as a screen name?
You're like Stunna 503.
So yeah, so at the time I was a big Eminem fan. So I got Eminem. So I got so my rap name before Stunna Lorenzana was Slim Stunna. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So I was a big Eminem fan. So I was like, all right, Slim Shady. So I'm gonna take the Slim from Slim Shady because I was this little skinny kid. And then I was a big Cash Money fan, and Cash Money was killing it, and this fool Birdman and Baby, he was
big
like the number one Stunner.
Yeah. Right,
so I was like, all right, so I'm gonna get the Slim, so I'm gonna take the Stunner from them, from him, and then I'm like, all right, Slim Stunner. And then so I had Slim Stunner for a while. I adopted that name for a while I was in school and doing the whole rap battle and shit. I was like, yeah, Slim Stunner, boom, boom, boom. And then once I finally started doing my own shit, I was like, all right, fuck it. A lot of people knows me as Stunner or Slim Stunner, quote unquote. And then I was like, fuck, I'm going to keep Stunna, and then I'm going to just use my last name. Right. Yeah, so that's where Stunna comes from, Stunna Lorenzana.
Nice.
Yeah.
So being a Latino...
I like the fact, I'm sorry, I like the fact that you keep your last name.
For sure, yeah.
Because that's, representing to...
A lot of people don't do that.
Yeah.
It's tough, yo.
It's tough. And to be honest, my last name, ever since I've been like in kindergarten or preschool, no one has been able to pronounce my last name. The teachers, the kids, everything. Even when I do shows, people can't fucking pronounce my name.
And I bet you, is it pronounced Lorenzana?
Lorenzana.
Lorenzana.
Lorenzana in Spanish, and in English, Lorenzana, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
So for some reason, I don't know what the fuck it is. People can't pronounce that shit when I perform and all that shit. But I mean, it's my real last name, so I was like, yo, I mean, I'm gonna just keep it, even though it's difficult to pronounce and shit. And I mean, it is what it is.
Lingonize the last name.
Exactly. So
I get that a lot, man. Yeah. People try to say my last name, I'm like, like in school or something like that, and they're reading off a roster or something. I'm like, here, just stop, just here.
Yep, for sure.
Yeah, man. The struggles of being a Second generation.
Second generation Latino, man. Yeah, in the United States for sure.
But you mentioned before, this, like you said, when you were with this Desafio, you thought that getting into the Latin being a Latino, getting into hip hop market, it was a little bit difficult. Yeah. How do you find that now, though? Like, I still think it is difficult.
Oh yeah, for sure. I think it's still as difficult, probably, as when I thought of the idea of like doing the whole reggaeton shit and trying to like go that avenue. You know what I mean? I think it's still as difficult. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little less, but not really. But I mean, at this point, you know what I'm saying? Now that I'm older and I'm more confident in myself, I'm at the point where I'm like, man, fuck it. I'm gonna do this shit how I want to do it, regardless.
Be yourself.
Yeah, regardless like how long it takes or whatever. I'm gonna do this shit how I want to do it.
But how do you feel like when Kanye West drops an album called The Life of Pablo, influence from Pablo Picasso, who was pretty much part of the Latin culture, or Migos, or like these guys marketing off our culture.
I mean, the whole Atlanta is just it's straight.
I think we got a discussion that with Drake's Drake and Future's video.
They had like the Mexican flag waving.
The Mexican jerseys.
Yeah.
You seen that video?
No, it was Drake and
Future.
No, but also Drake and French Montana.
Oh yeah, they went to DR. They went to DR.
And then they even had Spanish names.
Right. Then Fabulous.
Drake and
Montaña.
Then Fabulous, he did a video in Colombia.
Yeah.
Rick Ross
well, he's half Dominican.
Fabulous. But he don't fully represent.
He raps.
He does?
Yeah, he claims it. He raps.
He went to Pablo's joint. What's Pablo's joint called in Colombia?
La Hacienda Nápoles.
La Hacienda Nápoles, yeah. That's where he did the video.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. That's right next to some of my family's spot up there, Rio Claro and stuff.
That's what's up. Yeah, man. So I mean, it still is difficult to be honest. You know what I'm saying? It still is difficult, but at this point, again, I'm older. I mean, I feel like I'm one of the dudes that's trying to open the doors. You know what I mean? Not just myself. I know there's other cats out here that's doing it, especially in this area.
That's one question I have for you. So like, we being Latinos know that this area is heavily dominated by Central Americans. Yeah. Being a rapper in this area, has that been difficult? Because there's not a lot of Central American rappers. Maybe now there's more, but is it difficult, say, if you go to New York or Philly, to I guess, is it difficult for you to have to, or do you feel that you have to prove yourself more being a Central American? Because people are like, well, he's not Dominican, he's not Puerto Rican. Some people are narrow-minded. You know what I mean? So is that something that you felt that you've had to do?
Or has it been an advantage?
I don't think it's been an advantage. I think, it's been more difficult, but it's not been something like, I gotta prove myself, like just because I'm Central American. I think it's always been like, I gotta prove myself just because I'm a minority in the rap game. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like ever since I jumped off the porch and been like, I rap straight off. Like it's been there's mostly African American people around me. You know what I mean? So they're like, we want to see what the Spanish dude got. You know what I mean? And then I've been to Philly, I've been to New York, and of course they like, where you from? They think I'm Puerto Rican, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm from Salvador. I'm like, my mom's from El Salvador, my dad's from Guatemala. I was born here in the United States, and they're like, okay, this is very different. So,
right.
I mean, I've always felt the need to prove myself, but not because I'm Central American. I just always felt the need to prove myself just because I feel like I've always been a minority in the whole music rap industry. Straight, that, for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, have you? Because you said Big Pun was the first quote unquote Latin rapper that you first started doing this. Did you go back and dig and hear other?
Oh yeah. I mean, for sure. I mean, well, like Cypress Hill, I've heard like I was listening to Cypress Hill when I was a little kid because my cousins listened to them. I was probably, I want to say maybe like 10 years old. I didn't understand what the fuck they were saying. I just heard them cussing like shit. Right. And I didn't know what the fuck they were saying. But again, as I got older, I started hearing more Cypress Hill. As I got older, the other guy from the West Coast, Mellow Man Ace, but there was another guy, Kid Frost.
Right. Oh yeah.
So Kid Frost, Mellow Man Ace. Again, I mean, as I got older, I was like, all right,
Fat Joe.
Yeah, of course, Fat Joe, for sure. Yeah, like
Joel Ortiz.
Like his first album was dope. What was it called?
Not Jealous One's Envy.
No, not Jealous One's Envy. The first one.
The Realist.
Cartagena.
The Realist.
No,
That was
The
the Realist.
Oh, the Realist.
Yeah.
And the one after that.
That was Jealous One's Envy.
Yeah,
That was the second one.
Okay.
That was good.
Yeah.
And so you know, definitely like Fat Joe's work, Cypress Hill's work. As I got older, I was like, all right, let me try to research who were the Latinos doing this shit.
Okay.
And those were the ones that came to mind: Cypress Hill, Big Pun, Fat Joe, Kid Frost, and Mellow Man Ace.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, when you started doing the reggaeton and stuff, and obviously you felt like this wasn't fully you and stuff.
Yeah.
Have you thought about going back to reggaeton, especially the way how the reggaeton sound has evolved?
Yeah, for sure. I definitely intend to do fusions with reggaeton in the future. I'm definitely open to it now that I really like. To be honest, I really like reggaeton now more that I'm older.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. Like, I don't know if I embrace my Latino heritage more, but
Because I find it that I'm hating it more now.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Really?
than I did before, because I felt like reggaeton came into a part where it was you had rappers go,
Right.
you know, like the bass they would rap in hip hop,
Uh-huh.
and then when the beats came to be made, it was made into a reggaeton, more
Yeah.
danceable.
Right.
Like and the art is a little bit more real.
Yeah.
Now the music has evolved to where it's not about.
It's more pop.
It's more pop. Yeah, it's more pop. It's not real anymore. And
But
it's
you know what I like about reggaeton now? That it's not like una pareja.
yeah.
Because when it first came out, it was always una pareja. Like you always had a
Alexis and
whiskey
Fido.
pastel,
Yeah, you did have the
you know,
duos and stuff like that,
Alexis
yeah.
and Fido's, you know.
Yeah,
Fido and Fido or something.
No,
you know what I mean?
you did have that, but I felt like the music was a little bit more real at that point.
Yeah.
And like now it's just like I feel like the more real artists now are not as big, and most of because before it was more. I feel like the hunger was there. It was like, okay, we gotta, if we have a new genre, we gotta push, work for it. Now the genre's established.
Some of those cats were skilled though.
Some of the cats were skilled. Like Teo Calderon was a skilled hip hop artist.
he's still-
You
I
had
like Voltio.
Voltio too.
Voltio's
You had
a beast,
Vico
too.
C. You had Tempo. You had all
Yeah.
these guys who who pretty much paved the way for these for the
Yeah.
new cats. And now the new generations are more see the flash, see all this stuff. So
Right.
it's not about the music anymore. It's more
I mean,
about the noise.
to be honest, reggaeton has basically become what rap and hip hop has become.
Yeah, that's
because
true,
like
too.
again, like
Yeah.
rap and hip hop is when it first started, it was about your lyricism and how skilled you were lyrically. You know what I mean? And 2017,
And style, too.
it's the complete opposite.
Yeah.
2017, it's about who's more popular,
Dope beat.
who has the
Yeah.
best beat, who
But I mean, but with
who is the most entertaining.
But now I feel like with hip hop, you still you do have the mainstream hip hop where it's you have people trying to follow what that is, but then at the times you still have like the Kendrick Lamars and the
for
stuff
sure.
like that who are
Yeah.
mainstream and
Yeah.
still making noise.
Yeah.
But reggaeton doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Like there's no artist now that comes out. You hear a bunch of new artists, but there's no originality. Like everyone sounds the same.
Yeah,
You feel me?
I feel
So
you.
it's like not with hip hop, but when it comes to hip hop, yeah, you have your your little Yachty's or whatever, and you have the people that sound like him,
Yeah.
but then you have your Kendrick Lamars and your all these other rappers that sound good,
for sure.
and they're still making noise, selling out shows, doing that stuff. And I feel like with reggaeton that you don't have that. Like you don't have that at all.
Right.
Because I mean I haven't heard a real artist or anyone that sounds different in the reggaeton
You
game.
know what I saw about reggaeton? That they don't have like a group that's at least 3 people.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
true.
at least a
Yeah.
3-4 man
true.
group and stuff. Where hip hop, you do got that.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
got
yeah.
groups that are at least 3, 4, up to 9. Shout out to
Wu-Tang?
Wu-Tang, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true, but that was again like more in the golden era of hip hop. Because right now the only group you really have is the Migos.
Yeah.
Nah, Run the Jewels.
Run the Jewels, okay,
Run the
but
Jewels is like
but that's
number
a
one right now.
but that's a duo though.
Yeah.
That's a duo.
That's a
So
duo, yeah.
so three and up. You don't that
You got them.
3 and up. You don't got many more
Right,
plus
they
the
have more
Migos.
than-
Yeah.
Have more than 4 right now.
I mean, I can't think of any that has 3 and up, but besides the Migos, you know what I'm saying? But in the golden era of hip hop, there was a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Because that was what was in, and again,
Yeah.
it was because of the whole ability, and the whole talent.
Well,
lyrically.
Slaughterhouse.
Slaughterhouse is 4.
so,
Yes, and the Locks is still around.
Locks and
and the
stuff, yeah.
3. But I mean, again, these artists come from they come from that era.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? But these artists now, like that are in this era now, they don't know about that. Yeah, because you have to be talented to lyrically be able to put these songs together.
Right, that's true.
So.
And it makes it easier too. Take a load off.
I mean, yeah, for sure.
You know, 3/16s and then the chorus is for.
But then again, like this whole era that we live in, like the whole social media era, like the thing about being in a group is that you have to share the spotlight. You know what I mean? With 2, 4, whatever, how many people, and a lot of people in the social media era, their egos is crazy. You know what I'm saying? They love the spotlight. They love the followers. They love the likes. You know what I mean? And this is what the fuck they know.
Right.
So again, you know, that's another reason.
It's like a
narcissistic lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? And yo, it's crazy because it's crazy because now this lifestyle that like these kids are living in is fucking narcissistic as hell.
Right.
And it's kind of sad. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I be telling everybody, yo, you know, pay attention, man. Ask questions.
Yeah.
You know, don't fucking get brainwashed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Step out of the fucking out of the zone. You know what I mean? For a little bit.
Right.
How do you feel like the state of hip hop here in DC is?
All across the DMV.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah.
For elaborating.
DC, DMV.
Virginia wants to be included. And trolls across the bridge.
But it starts with the D, baby.
Yeah, it starts with DC. I mean, I personally, I like it, man. I like it for sure. Like, I mean, honestly, I think the state of the DMV hip hop is at the best it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, man, when I first started hearing Wale, and I first started like hearing his music on the radio, and then I started seeing him like get on MTV and shit. I was excited because I was like, damn, this dude's from here, yo. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so you felt like you were being represented.
Yeah, I was like, yo, this shit is tight. Like, I can't believe somebody finally that's fucking from around here. I'm seeing like on the radio and all this shit, and I'm like, that's dope. That's dope. And then like, you know what I mean? Like, and then as the years have gone by, it's like now like it's cool to be from this area, you know what I mean? Or it's accepted to be from this area and try to be a rapper and try to do your thing musically, you know what I mean? As a hip hop artist.
What was it stopping it from being the next Atlanta or the next New York or LA or, you know?
Well, I mean, the thing about the DMV area and that a lot of people have said, and then I kind of agree, it's just the unity. Again, it's that ego shit. I don't know why, but you know what I mean? People just don't like to support because they feel like that other person is going to take their shine, you know what I mean? Instead of just, you know, like putting the ego aside and be like, yo, I'm going to support my man, you know what I mean? And it's going to open the doors for all of us, and we all going to be able to put that foot in the door. And for whatever reason, people just don't think that way.
And that's what I was going to ask is like, with other rappers, you know, in the area, do you feel like, you know, there is support from one another, you know what I mean? Helping each other out? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is to an extent. But again, I mean, but I still do see that.
You got a lot of support though.
For sure. Like me personally, like for example, you know, I've been trying to do this event called the Before the Wave concert, where basically, it's an event where like about I don't know, like 8 to 10 artists locally, you know, they get the chance to perform and they get the chance to bring their supporters.
Is this something new that you?
Yeah, well, I started it last year. Last year was the first one we did with La Conecta.
Okay.
And then
shout out Fantasma.
Yeah, shout out Fantasma. Yeah. And then this past weekend was the like the second part. You know what I mean? We did it again.
Okay.
Like Before the Wave concert too. And it's
so what is the difference between Before the Wave and La Conecta?
Well, Before the Wave is kind of like it's basically La Conecta, but Before the Wave is kind of like a hip kind of way of saying like, yo, let's have a local showcase and let's bring our people out. You know what I'm saying? But just, you know, just do something fun. Okay. You know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want it to be just a local showcase where people come and see your friend perform and you get bored and shit. I want it to be a party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I want like everybody that even if you're not into the whole underground hip hop scene and shit, you want to come out and party.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's basically what it is. So I mean, again, we did it last year. It was pretty dope. The first one.
How did you make it different from La Conecta?
It wasn't really a difference. It was more.
Conecta is all performance. They'll have music, DJs.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't really a difference. Like, I mean, you know, we had music in between the sets.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we definitely try to cater more to the ladies. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, to try to bring them come through, have play Spanish music, reggaeton music, all that.
Okay.
But it wasn't really so much a difference because, you know, we did it with like we did it with La Conecta or whatever. It was just more so just trying to vamp it up. You know what I'm saying? Rebrand it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's basically what it was.
All right.
And I mean, it was a good turnout. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it was a good turnout. People came out to support. People stayed for other artists than the ones that they came to support. So I mean, again, it showed that the DMV can support. You know, you just gotta try to think outside the box and do stuff like this more often.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you find like it's growing every year, or since you did it last year? But
Yeah.
Have you done it this year yet, or not?
Yeah, I did it.
Or 2016?
We did it 2017, like
Okay.
last week.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely, it definitely was a lot more people than last
Okay.
year. It was more organized, and yeah, I think it is growing. I think the whole DMV rap scene is growing as the time goes by. I would like to see it grow quicker because we could become the next Atlanta.
I think we all
Good.
do.
And
No, but then it brings me back to like, okay, you know, you guys have Wale, you have Fat Trail, Logic, these guys who
Is EXO
Odyssey.
still around?
not sure.
I haven't heard about EXO for a while.
Yeah.
Right now it's
EXO.
Wale, Shy Glizzy, Fat Trail.
You got Odyssey.
Yeah, but-
Odyssey is low key with it.
Yeah,
Odyssey's low key with it, but he's doing his
he's
thing.
doing his thing.
Tabby
You don't
still
hear
around?
about him too much.
Tabby, he's not musically, but he's really doing a lot
I
of
went
other
to school
shit.
with Tabby.
Okay. Yeah, that's dope. He actually goes back and forth to Africa a lot.
Yeah.
So, but he's like musically, he's not really the face of the music scene. So right now, the face of the music scene is Wale, Shy Glizzy, and Fat Trail. There's a new guy called Will the Rapper. He recently got signed, Will the Rapper, so he's a young cat coming up. But there's so many young dudes coming up, bro. It's like,
But I don't know. I don't want to sound ignorant saying this, but where are these guys gone? Like where they've gone? Because I know Fat Trail once before he got signed to Maybach. Same with Wale. These guys used to work. They used to put in the grind, whatever. Same with Gordo Brega. Gordo Brega used to put in work. But once these labels come in and they pick these artists up, like they're just gone.
Yeah.
You know, like
You don't hear about them tomorrow.
Yeah.
The label controls them and stuff.
you know, but like so what? So
decides how to market them and stuff before.
so what's it? And then Logic moves out to LA, so
For sure.
he doesn't help anybody out.
yeah,
you know, so
he
it's
just
like
dipped. My man
so,
Logic just dipped.
so like you know who so who's that helping? You know, so it's like it's
That's
not
true.
really helping the area.
Yeah.
Right.
And what's the fascination with artists getting signed
I
to
think
like
that, I
label?
think that's gonna change.
You think so? Because you
because
have
I
artists
heard-
like Hobson, you have artists like Mac Miller who just
Right.
haven't
but
signed any
I think
records.
that's gonna change within the next years. Word has it that the mayor, she's been in talks about building
Which
like
mayor?
Bowser's are they?
Doing what?
Supposedly she's working to try to build music like what do you call it?
Like programs?
Programs, yeah, programs, workshops and stuff like that. And you know, she's been talking to people and stuff, and with major artists, you know, consulting and things like that. Supposedly, I don't know.
Okay.
Mario Bowser's the new mayor of Rap City. Remember that? The mayor of Rap City.
You know, but it's like you know, I don't know, I feel like I don't know if there's not enough knowledge or enough push for underground artists not to go the label route and just keep doing things themselves. But I don't know, it's just like I feel like all these DMV artists who are obviously good
But
and made
y'all gotta look at this too, though. The reason that it's tough here to make it in this area is because you can't compare this area to Texas, Georgia, you know what I mean, California, New York, where they have larger population,
No, I
larger
get that.
demographic and stuff. You know what I mean? So here it's tougher. You would not be able to go platinum in this city and stuff. Like even before the digital age.
I mean, but you gotta think
it
what?
would be
I think
literally
talent
impossible.
always
all right,
speaks for
so-
itself, man.
No, but you think
Yeah.
about it. You have 3 states, or well, 2, and then the capital.
Yeah.
Where
2 states in the city.
yeah,
Play that genre of music.
the what?
I said you got to remember that it's true what he's saying. You only have.
Give him the mic.
Hold on. Yo,
Yeah,
come
man.
over here.
Yeah,
Come
come
over
over
here.
here.
We got
Yeah, step up to the
somebody
mic.
yelling out to us.
Yeah.
Talking to the mic, bro.
Go talk to the mic. Yeah. Behind the counter.
As he walks around the counter, yeah.
Oi. We got
drop some knowledge, man. Come on.
We got
Special guest.
a continued guest that always comes up and sneaks up on our show and stuff. Waiting for him.
We have fourth mic here. Or fifth mic.
Now, I was just going to pretty much quarterback what Jay Quest was saying and settle that in this area, you got to remember, like, what he was saying as far as the Georgia, like Miami, Texas.
Yeah, all these other states, yeah.
New York, from LA.
They have multiple radio stations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? So here, they
Different
only
market.
have 2 radio stations, really, that play, the genre of music. So how are you really going to spread it? When you go to New York.
But then you talk about, like, artists like Mac Miller.
Hold on. All right, I got another question for you.
Okay.
Silver Spring, right?
Yeah.
A lot of hip hop over there, right?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Name a hip hop club in Silver Spring.
In Silver Spring?
Yeah.
Fillmore.
Well, yeah.
No, that's not a club.
Yeah,
and
that's a
that
venue.
was just built.
And plus, then they just
all right.
But then
Hold on.
they
Because
just-
you're coming next. So
Yeah.
prepare yourself.
All right, hip hop club in Silver Spring.
Yeah, hip hop club.
I couldn't tell you.
It's hard to name,
I couldn't
right?
tell you.
You can't even think of one in your head.
I can't tell you.
Virginia.
So I don't even think we got clubs in
Huh?
Virginia.
A hip hop club.
Maybe we
Right?
got clubs in
There's
Virginia.
no- there's no-
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We got
So
bars.
imagine, just here in D.C.,
Yeah.
how many can you name here in D.C.?
I can't, and I live here.
Huh?
I can't.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So how is an artist here supposed to blow? If you don't even have the DJs out here pushing the music. That's how, for one, I always bring it back to the DJs, yo.
We
There's
always
not
say
enough
about
DJs here
Yeah.
to push the music and stuff.
All right,
I
look.
can name you a whole bunch of Latin clubs playing reggaeton.
That's
true.
And I,
But even they, that's the thing. Like you can go, for instance, one man here, J Rock, has his own label, does Latin music. He can right now take his single and go to any of these fucking clubs. We know DJs. We know people that are managers of the club.
Yeah.
Yo, play this.
yeah.
They'll look at it and be like,
Who the fuck is this?
hey, who the fuck are you? And that's
Yeah.
the thing. There's no goddamn support here.
There's no
There's
backbone
not.
in the DJs.
There's no pride. Where I think like
Yeah.
New York, it's pride.
Yes,
Yo, this
yeah,
cat's
I agree.
this dude's from my fucking borough. This
Yeah,
dude's from Brooklyn.
yeah.
Rock this
they'll
BK
play
shit.
it.
You know what I'm saying? Or this dude's from the ATL.
Yeah.
Like there's pride. There's not that fucking pride
Yeah,
here.
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you. No, I mean, in the Latin scene, you see
I blame the sports teams for losing.
No, but even in the Latin scene, I feel like Latin artists, like reggaeton artists in this area, like you have a bunch that are good, but instead all these promoters that do, they bring out, it's like, yo, we got Coscuela's new signed artist, and then they bring this and they fill out a club.
Yeah,
You feel me?
yeah.
So it's like, instead of promoting one of these niggas no one's ever heard of,
Right.
let's bring out let's bring out a Jason Serra, let's bring
Someone
out a
that's
Yonel or
locally.
something,
Yeah,
like
someone that's
you-
local.
Mm-hmm.
someone that's local. That way you treat, and that way when real acts
Yeah.
come through, they're like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga making
Yeah.
noise? It's like,
I think it's more than that. I personally think like folks just got to think outside the box, yo.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
It's 2000. It's 2017.
okay,
we
but
gotta
then-
think outside the box.
but like I don't know, like I've listened to Stunna for a long time
For a
now.
minute, we
I've
known
known
him
him
for a while.
for
Yeah, for a while.
and I've rocked with him for a while. So, but you see, as far as the hip hop scene, at least in the Latin community, it's just there's like a plateau. Like you get to a certain point, and then it just drops off.
And then you can't get past that point.
You feel me?
Yeah,
So it's like, because you have Fito or A4A who got to a point
To
where
a
it's just
point.
like, but then they're just like,
And then
it just died out.
It went down.
You have,
Yeah.
we saw it with
Again.
Stunna, we saw it with Gordo Borega, we
yeah,
saw it with
but why
everybody,
is the
everybody.
DJs, yo?
Yeah.
DJs, yo. If we had DJs here back once to spin the music and stuff that showed pride and stuff.
Yeah.
I've been to Texas. I've been to Florida. I've
No,
been
but-
to
okay,
LA.
but-
They take pride.
But how hard
in
is it
their
to go
music and
to
stuff.
be like,
North California, North California got so much pride they won't play you anything from Southern California. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
I'm real talk.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean? The Bay won't play you things from Southern California.
Yeah,
and they're
but-
in the same state.
That's crazy.
That's true. But then, I don't know. I just feel like it maybe like, how hard is it to go to another state and be like, yo, play this or play that, and then make them buzz, and then another state and come back and be like, yo, niggas, come on, we can do this here. So it's like, I don't know if it's.
It's more than that. I'm gonna tell you why the DJs they're not hustling here. All these artists that all these promoters bring here and things like that.
Yeah.
Name a DJ that actually gets the drops from them artists.
That's true too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they don't
you're
even
right.
hustle, put a mixtape, and even get the artist to give them a drop on them or something like that.
Hold on.
I mean, there's a couple that do.
Working
I
at
don't want
DMV
to mention
Studios,
them and stuff, but there's a couple
working
that
at
do.
a DMV Studios, I see DJ Grady, DJ Flatline, all these guys who set up these mixtapes with local artists on it, and they play it in the clubs when they do stuff out there in Woodbridge. So I mean, they're
that's where
in Woodbridge.
Where's that?
In Virginia.
How far is that?
Well, okay, it's like at least
You know what I'm saying?
at least an hour.
I don't even.
40.
It's like bought at the DMV.
You know, but I mean, it's closer than going to like
Right.
Yeah.
But just so you see and stuff. Yeah.
There's no one. Don't worry.
We got like an old school payphone here.
We got the trap phones.
Yeah. We're using the beepers.
But on what everybody's saying, Settle and MA and Johnny Quest, like what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to break that fucking barrier.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Man.
So
I believe you can.
Fuck all that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm here. You know, I've been doing it for a while, and the end of 2016 and the beginning of 2017 for me has been musically has been great so far. I've been networking with a lot of people, and it's been moving, and I think we can do it. And it just takes thinking outside the box. It takes the determination, and it just takes networking with the right people in the area and outside the area. For sure.
That's true.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
So, but for you, like, what upcoming projects? Like, what do you have anything up in line? Like for this year, what do you think?
Yeah, for sure. So this year, 2017, I'm working. Well, I'm basically done with. I guess it's my first independent album. So in a way, it's kind of like my debut album. You know, I did it independently.
Is it already finished recorded?
It's done.
Okay.
The album is called The Silver City Surfer.
Right.
So like a couple.
How many tracks on there?
It's gonna be a total of 15 tracks, 1 intro, and 14 songs.
All originally.
All original.
Okay.
Like two or three producers are from the area.
Okay.
Joey Sosa Beats. This dude named June G from Silver Spring. And then there's like 2 producers out of the area. Seasick, he's from Chicago. And this other group, they're called Foreign Allegiance. I think they're from the West Coast. So everything is done. Everything is original. I'm gonna release it independently. You know, Apple Music, Spotify, all that.
You got a release date?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it on my birthday, April 24th.
Okay.
So that's gonna release.
I like the title and stuff.
Silver City Surfer. So, you know, like my whole campaign has been basically kind of representing for my city, Silver Spring.
Right.
So I released a project called Silver City Lights on that Piff. It was a free mixtape. I released that a couple years back. Yeah. So this is kind of like. It's not really a sequel, but it's kind of like playing off of that. You know what I mean? So I've been kind of just doing shows and networking and stuff like that. You know, after I released that project a couple years back, you know, just working and grinding and stuff like that. So I felt like the Silver City Surfer was the best title for that, just because I've been creating my own wave. I've been doing my shit on my own dolo. Right. And I'm just creating my own wave. And
do you feel Silver Spring has a different sound compared to DC, Virginia?
I mean,
like a different rap flow or different.
The thing about Silver Spring is like, all right, this is where I grew up. You know what I'm saying? Right. Silver Spring is a suburb of DC. Right. You know what I'm saying? Silver Spring.
What part of Silver Spring?
Well, I grew up in Four Corners, like right by Blair. Okay, you know what I mean? So, you know, DC got its little quote unquote hoods. You know what I mean?
And University Boulevard.
Yeah, you know, all Piney Branch and all that. So you know what I'm saying? And then it got its like this like little rich areas. You know what I'm saying? So DC is very. I mean, I'm sorry, Silver Spring is very diverse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So it has a whole bunch of different parts of Silver Spring. So you know. Yeah, exactly. So, but
it's a Sancocho little project.
Jambalaya.
Exactly. They got a project and they got like a fucking mansion right next door. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how it's always been. But when I started rapping again, like even when I go out of town, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yo, I'm from Silver Spring, Maryland, or I'm from Maryland. Right. They think I'm from Baltimore, right? And then I'm like, nah. Totally and then I'm like, no, I'm not from Baltimore. And then I'm like, okay, they don't understand it, so I just gotta.
Baltimore's not even part of the DMV.
Yeah, and then so then I just gotta say I'm from DC, which I am kind of, because I was born in DC and raised like 10 minutes away, but I'm from Silver Spring. So, but when I was coming up and stuff, I felt like people were like rappers or artists or whatever, they're almost ashamed of saying that we're Silver Spring because it wasn't as hood as DC, you know what I'm saying, or as hood as PG County, you know what I'm saying. So like once I started like realizing
the old town Silver Spring
downtown, that shit was crazy, it was crazy, yeah. So whatever. So
now I got Silver Spring.
that we cleaned it up, and that's that Silver City Lights shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But yeah. So you know what I mean? Like I was just like, once I started getting like comfortable within like my whole, you know, brand and music and everything, I was like, man, look, I'm from fucking Silver Spring, Maryland, a fucking suburb from fucking Washington D.C. Yeah, it's not the fucking hood. Yeah, I'm not living in the projects and shit. But I come from the fucking struggle, man. Like my parents came here with nothing. You know what I'm saying? They had to fucking work. My mom cleaned houses. My dad fucking painted construction, all that shit. To have a decent house in a decent neighborhood where I didn't have to fucking go outside and see drug dealers every day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. You know what I mean? But that's not to say that I'm not street smart. That's not to say that I don't know what the
shit
fuck.
Ain't got nothing to do with your skills.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So, and it's not to say, and it's not to, and it's not to say, it's not to say that I can't go into the hood. Like I've fucking been to Washington Heights. I've been to Brooklyn. I've been to fucking Philly where shit's fucked up. You know what I mean? But again, this is where I'm from, and I'm proud of it, and I'm gonna represent it. And whether you know what I'm saying, like you can think I'm trying to be something I'm not, whatever. But I'm letting you know that I'm just being myself. Period. And that's what it is. Yeah. So so what I'm bringing with this album, the Silver City Surfer, is more so like I'm an ambassador for my city. I think it's a dope project. I think it's really gonna be able to showcase myself musically, and it's gonna open the doors to myself as an artist, and it's gonna open the doors to my city and the DMV. Yeah, for sure. Cool.
I got a question, man. I done checked you out on YouTube, seen some of your music videos. Interview, cipher. What's the story behind the cup, man? The styrofoam cup. What's up with that? I gotta know.
So big shout out to MIDI Studios, right? So MIDI Studio, like I don't know, like when I was doing the Silver City Lights project, I was like, yo, I gotta go all out. I gotta think of shit that no one's doing.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm saying? So actually, to be honest, the main inspiration was Rick Ross, because when I used to see the MMG vlogs, and fucking Ross always had his MMG cup. So I was like, yo, I gotta get that shit. You know what I'm saying? So I looked online or whatever, I researched, and I was like, MIDI East and the studios in VA was the only ones that was doing it. Yeah, shout out Phrase from MIDI East and shit. So I hollered at them, and they were like, yeah, we can get you this many cups for whatever. I was like, I bet. I bought a shitload. You know what I'm saying? And so I just been rocking with them cups ever since. And it's just marketing. You know what I mean? Just thinking outside the box.
Were you selling them with the mixtapes?
I was just giving them away, selling them, whatever. It didn't really matter. I just wanted people to fucking know that, yo, Stunna Lorenzana is here. You know what I'm saying? So this was like fucking 2-3 years ago, you know what I'm saying? And I've been rocking with it for the last 2 or 3 years. But yeah, so you know, like I just been like when I released the project Silver City Lights, I think it was a progression in myself musically, because it was almost like an album kind of, but it wasn't quite there. But I think now with the whole with the Silver City Surfer project, I feel like it's really a solid, complete album. And I'm showing everything I have versatility wise, and I think people are gonna fuck with it. You know what I mean? I think that like it shows.
Is it all in English?
It's all in English. It's a rap hip hop album. I mean, you know, I incorporated little Spanish words here and there, but it's all in English. And it just has that balance of that new instrumental wise. It has that balance of that new shit that people want to hear, that 808 shit. But it also has lyricism and that real shit that people are gonna relate to. Yeah, for sure.
You dropping visuals with it?
Oh yeah. We got the first visual coming soon for the title track, the Silver City Surfer. So that's coming soon, probably like in March.
Now, why surfing? Does that come from the Silver Surfer?
Yeah. Or? So all right, like a couple years back, I did a song. It was a remix to Kanye's. What was it? The Lamborghini Mercy. Yeah, Lamborghini Mercy.
I remember that.
Yeah, so
Silver City Surfing.
So it was just some catchy shit that like,
I'm telling you, I'm a Stunna Lorenzana fan, bro. Yeah.
So it was some catchy shit, and there was a Lamborghini Mercy joint, and I was like, damn, what can I say that's with that same rhythm that's different? And I was like, Silver City Surfing. So all right, so I did that song, and then I did that music video, and then like once I released the song and the video, people started like gravitating to it, and I was like, damn, I didn't know people was gonna fuck with it like that. And that was like about 3 or 4 years ago, and then ever since then it's like I've kind of just been building that wave. Right. And then it's like the whole surfing shit and the like building your own wave and everything and just man. So it's just all that shit has been bubbling up for like the last 3 or 4 years. So up until right now, 2017, this point, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna name this shit the Silver City Surfer. Right. I'm doing my own wave. I've been doing this shit for the last 2 or 3 years, and I feel like this shit is gonna take it to the next level where it needs to be. Okay. For sure. Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys asked, but people that want to buy his album, where can they go find it?
Yeah.
Type of thing.
Yeah. So everything is gonna be on my website. First of all, make sure you definitely check my website first. StunnaLorenzana.com. StunnaLorenzana.com. You're gonna be able to get everything through my website, but everything is gonna be available on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, all major digital platforms. Okay. It's gonna be available April 24th. You can see my visuals and all that shit on YouTube. I have my own Vivo channel, you know what I mean, for the whole like the major YouTube shit. What else? Oh yeah, definitely make sure you check out my SoundCloud, SoundCloud.com/Stunna Lorenzana. I have a lot of the new records and shit that I've released recently.
Yo, what's going on? What's this?
Who is it, man?
Must be important, man.
Yeah.
Yo, we gotta keep them phones on silent here, man.
Oh shit, yeah, it's my aunt, man. Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna call her.
That's good.
Nah,
Tia, como vamos?
Yeah, it's all good. I'm gonna call her soon. Yeah, but yeah, so everything's gonna be available on all major platforms, but definitely on my website. You know what I'm saying? Definitely my website. You're gonna be able to check out everything.
Okay.
For sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
You're on all social networks as Stunna
Lorenzana. Everything, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything, Tumblr, everything, Stunna Lorenzana. Yep, Stunna Lorenzana. What else? That's about it, man.
So far, what would you say has been what you would say is like your biggest accomplishment, your biggest like highlight so far and stuff? With the music.
Well, music-wise, I think definitely my biggest accomplishment so far
or the time that a moment when you were like, yo, this is, you felt at like.
Well, I mean, I mean, like career-wise.
There's more to come.
Career-wise, music-wise, my biggest accomplishment so far has been able to perform at the Fillmore in Silver Spring, because it's my hometown, and because like everyone like from around my way has been able to come out and show support. That's definitely been my biggest accomplishment. I mean, it's a big venue. It's for major artists and stuff like that. I've been able to perform there 3 times, I think, 3 or 4 times actually.
How's the turnout been?
I mean, it's been dope.
That's what's up.
Do they help promote too, or?
Yeah. So like the joints that we've done at the Fillmore. Well, the first time I think I opened up for Sean Paul. Okay. That was a few years back, and that was already crazy because they went to go see Sean Paul. But the more recent one was like local. It was an artist called Authentic. Yeah. Which is locally, and he was like, he does more so like live band and everything, and then they had the openers, which I was the opener, and it was dope. Like people came out, man. The city came out. I mean, it was it was the best experience, so far. But my ultimate goal, but my ultimate goal is to do the Fillmore, but to headline it and to sell it out myself. You know what I'm saying? That's my ultimate goal.
Okay.
For sure.
I've been seeing too that you've been doing a lot of broadcasting with DJ Mo.
Yeah.
How's that going?
It's been going good. Shout out DJ Mo. DJ Mo is definitely like my personal DJ. DJ Mo.
Salvadorian guy, right?
Yeah, it's DJ Mo, Uptown. Yeah, he's from Uptown. So, shout out DJ Mo. He's definitely like my personal DJ. I've been doing a lot of work with him. He has his own joint. Friday nights, 8 to 10. DMV Live Radio.
Yeah.
So shout out to him. But besides that, what I've been doing is just really trying to reach out to all media outlets, like including yourselves. I just want to get the word out about myself, about my story, about my music.
That's good.
Yeah, so I've been to Philly, I've been to New York, definitely DMV. I'm trying to just.
Where in New York you go to?
I went to the Bronx. Shout out.
You were living in New York for a minute.
Yeah, I was in New York for a little bit. Trying to, trying to branch out. I was in Brooklyn. And then, I had to come back because of money issues. But
shit, next time you go out there, we can hit up Lyrics.
Oh yeah,
Lyrics is out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's been touring. He's been doing big out there. Yeah.
Where in New York is he? In Brooklyn?
I think in Queens, because because he's been working out of this one club called SOBs.
Oh really?
Yeah, out there. So he's been working for them. So he teamed up with this one guy named JL who did the Year of the Ox. And so now they've been touring all over with Downfounded, and like he's been doing pretty good. But yeah, dude, he's like, we can, next time you're out there.
Okay,
I'll
cool.
let him know.
I didn't know. All right, cool. Yeah, so I was out in New York for a little bit. But the last time I went was actually shout out to Lo Maximo Productions in the Bronx.
Right.
So I definitely, they definitely show love. They was feeling the music. I went to Philly recently. I have a show coming up in the beginning of March in Baltimore. It's more like a competition, I guess. There's a producer. His name is Tone P. He produced Bait for Wale. So he's kind of trying to look for the next big thing. So you had to audition. And if you pass the audition, then you go to the performing stage. So that's coming up. So they like my stuff or whatever. So now I'm going to be performing in Baltimore. I think it's March 5th or 6th.
You performed in Baltimore before, right?
Yeah, but like a minute ago.
Okay.
A minute ago.
Yeah, Baltimore's different than
different,
DC
yeah.
and stuff,
Most definitely.
I like the hip hop scene in Baltimore.
For sure. Yeah, no, definitely shout out Baltimore.
Yeah.
And then at the end of March, I might possibly have a few shows in South by Southwest. I'm trying to work that out right now, which I will, hopefully I do, because it will be my first time going.
Okay.
And I don't know if y'all heard of that festival before.
Oh, of course.
But it's a dope festival. Yeah, so.
So their slots are still open? I thought their slots were filled up already.
Well, I mean, there's so many different events and shows. So you know what I mean? So, so basically, if you're able to know the right person, you know what I'm saying, you can still get a slot or whatever. So I'm working on that right now. So we'll see.
So you said your album's coming out April 24th.
April 24th, yeah.
And you have a lead single yet that you...
To be honest, man, I don't know what's going to be the lead single. I already released on my SoundCloud 3 records that are already actually going to be in the project. I have one record is called Until We Fall, featuring Ayo Smiley, which is a female rapper from DC.
Okay.
She changed her name to like Anna Marie or something recently, I think.
Okay.
But shout out Smiley. She's a dope artist. I've been knowing her for a little bit, so definitely shout out her. Another single is called I Get It, featuring my boy Eason Enzo and Lil Flacco. They're these young cats from Hyattsville, Maryland. Lil Young is, man, like 19, I think 18, 19, coming up. So they're on that record. It's called I Get It. And then another more recent record is called Hop In and Out the Whip, featuring my boy Mock Cash, which is like one of my childhood friends, and he's in a group called Loud Crew, which is from DC. So like those are like the 3 records that I have already kind of released on my SoundCloud, and they're gonna be on the project. And I've been getting good responses from them.
Any other features on there?
I have another record featuring another singer from the area. Her name is Ava Havanka. It's called Ava Havanka.
Like
Havanka. Is it? Oh yeah. I guess. Well, she spells it with an H. Yeah.
Yeah. So not the same thing.
Yeah. So Ava Havanka. She's on a record called I Miss the Old Days. It's a dope record. It's real like nostalgic about the past and stuff like that. Who else?
What kind of sounds is it?
I don't know. It's just real versatile. It's real. Like, it's real new hip hop. You're gonna hear the 808s. You know, you're gonna hear that shit that people want to hear. But then you're also gonna hear that lyricism. You're gonna hear that lyrical ability that I'm trying to, show people that, you can do that music with the tight beats and everything, but you don't gotta dumb it down so much. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can still talk about stuff and have substance in your music, but you can still incorporate those beats that people want to hear. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, all I can say is that it's real versatile. It's really showcasing everything I have lyrically, and I think people are gonna like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah.
So plug your Twitter, your Instagram with any
shout
plugs or
outs?
new shows.
Oh yeah. Let me give a shout out. Let me give a shout out to everybody that's been supporting, man. Everybody that's been rocking with me since day one. Let me give a shout out to the whole team. My boy 730 Graphics that's been doing all my
Shout out 730.
Yeah, my boy Cliff has been doing all the artwork. My boy D Cash, my boy Danny. Shout out Danny D Cash that's been supporting since day one. My boy Byron and my boy Mario. Yeah, for sure. Mario with good credit. He's basically is the person behind all my visuals. So if you see like all those pictures on my Instagram or those those YouTube clips and everything, that's my boy Mario. That's behind that. Shout out me and my friends, family, my cousins and everybody that show support. Who else? Everybody that has that I've collaborated with. I appreciate everybody that has, taken the time to collaborate with me. Shout out La Conecta. Anybody else that I can think of, man. I don't know. Shout out my parents, for having me. Shout out my sister, for rocking with me since she's been born. Who else, man? I don't know. Just shout out everybody that's out here just chasing their dreams.
And shout out to your aunt, who you gonna call her?
Oh yeah. Shout out to my aunt, man. Shout out to my tia Alba, man. I'm gonna call her as soon as this shit is done. Hey yo, thank you for listening, and I apologize. I'm a little under the weather. Yeah, man. I woke up with a cold and shit, so.
I'm just recuperating.
I apologize for the cold, but I thank everybody for listening. Shout out to Salmo for sure, you know what I mean, for always showing love and also for chasing his dreams. And Salmo's somebody that I met through D-Cash, and we just connected. And like me being a Latino American who speaks mostly English, and him being a Dominican who like speaks the quickest Spanish ever, we just communicate the way we do, and it's all love, so it's dope. For sure.
Dope. So thanks Stunna for coming through.
Thank you.
We want to make sure all y'all subscribe and drop them comentarios. Yo, make sure you follow us Instagram at Microonda Podcast, SoundCloud at Microonda Podcast. Make sure you give us a like on Microonda Podcast on Facebook too, yo. We need some of them, y'all, to give us some likes and comments, yo, por favor, yo. We're doing this for y'all, yo. This is that free media. All y'all need to listen up and stuff, because who knows qué va a pasar con este gobierno that they're about to shut down home meeting and stuff. You know what I mean? Yo, but this show was sponsored by and recorded at the Green Room Smoke Shop, mixed by M.A. the Engineer. The Green Room Smoke Shop, the #1 place in D.C. for pipes, bongs, paper, vape, incense, and your blazing needs. Yeah. Yo, shout out also if you want to get on the show. Make sure you message us at microondapodcast@gmail.com. Yo, we's out.
Peace. Yo, it's your boy Stunna Lorenzana, and you're about to hear my track, Silver City Surfer, exclusively right here on the Podcast. Saludos.
I'm the Silver City Surfer host. I'm getting wavy in the studio, and we going worldwide with it. Way before the wave, man, I been did it. I'm the Silver City Surfer host. I'm getting wavy in the studio, and we going worldwide with it. Way before the wave, man, I been did it. came in the game and I'm ready to blow. I listen to Biggie and Jay, cause really I love the dope. I'm the stunner man from the Moco. Tatted up, I'm looking like a cholo. Oh no, I'm just warming up with the vocals. I'm about to put the rap game in a fucking chokehold. I walk around dolo, I like to wear polo. I started in the basement, now we headed to the top floor. I ain't no Bama, but I spit that grammar. I be flexing and finessing like I'm from Atlanta. I'm trying to get enough money to buy my own cabana. These new rappers is my sons, they need their mind and manners. And I ain't worried about YouTube views, cause the internet got these young kids confused. There really ain't no rules that they following, so I'ma do my thing and y'all can talk y'all shit. I'm the Silver City surfer ho. I'm getting wavy in the studio, and we going worldwide with it. Way before the wave, man, I been did it. I'm the Silver City surfer ho. I'm getting wavy in the studio, and we going worldwide with it. Way before the wave, man, I been did it. I'm with it, I'm with it. I get it, I get it. The fuck is you thinking? We after these digits. I got the speakers, metro booming, this ain't no illusion. A lot of rappers say they moving, but I got a movement. The fuck y'all doing? Y'all need to get y'all budgets up. Everybody wanna shine, but they ain't working, bruh. It's the new terror squad, yeah, we taking all your bras. I bagged me a French bitch that's trying to menage a trois. I'm like Flipper the Skipper with the posture. Eating like a mobster, steak, shrimp, and pasta. I know some rosters that'll take out your roster. I'm chasing my dreams like Meek Millie the monster. I came here to conquer, I ain't slowing down. Yeah, I'm spitting that ether, that's why they hating me now. I'm just after the crown, bringing the wave to your town. King Stunna Lorenzana, what they calling me now? I'm the Silver City surfer ho. I'm getting wavy in the studio, and we going worldwide with it. Way before the wave, man, I been did it. I'm the Silver City surfer ho. I'm getting wavy in the studio, and we going worldwide with it. Way before the wave, man, I been did it.